Most property managers see painting as a recurring expense, just another line item on a budget. But what if your next paint job was a strategic investment with a documented ROI of over 100%? This isn't just about appearance. A high-quality paint job is your building's first line of defense. It also directly impacts the people inside, influencing productivity, morale, and even customer behavior. In the next few minutes, we'll break down the process, materials, and planning to capture this value. So, where does a high-return project begin? It's not with a color swatch or a can of paint. It begins with the most critical phase, surface preparation. Proper prep often takes more time than the painting itself. Why? Because skipping this step is the #1 cause of premature paint failure. Peeling and bubbling are symptoms of poor prep. The second biggest mistake is choosing cheap paint. It's a false economy that means more coats and a full redo much sooner. The lesson is simple. The longevity of your paint job is determined before a single drop of color hits the wall. Specifically, good prep starts with the right primer. Primer creates a perfect bond between the surface and the top coat. Next is the finish or sheen. This is a functional choice. High gloss is tough and cleanable, ideal for high-traffic areas. So you have your prep plan, primer, and finish. But what is the single biggest hidden factor that can derail your budget? Before we answer that, let's look at the materials. Modern chemistry has created specialized solutions for any challenge. For industrial floors or labs, you need epoxy coatings. They create a durable, chemical-resistant surface. An application is beyond brushes. Professionals use airless sprayers for a faster, flawless finish on large surfaces. Even planning is getting a high-tech upgrade. VR and AR let you visualize color schemes in your space before committing. But even with perfect prep and the best tech, external factors can make or break a project. This is where expertise shows. In many states, exterior painting has a specific window, late spring to early fall. Then there's the web of regulations. From OSHA safety rules to strict EPA laws on lead paint, non-compliance carries heavy fines. Which brings us back to our question. The biggest hidden factor? Business disruption. A cheap contractor can shut you down for weeks. True professionals mitigate this by working off hours or phasing the project to ensure you stay open for business. So we've covered process and planning. But what about the future? How is technology creating paint that does more than cover a wall? Consider self-cleaning paints. Using nanotechnology, these coatings are hydrophobic, so rainwater washes the building clean. Or take reflective, cool roof coatings. They reflect solar radiation, lowering roof temperatures and cutting summer energy bills. In healthcare or schools, antibacterial paints are vital. They actively inhibit the growth of mold, mildew, and bacteria. The next evolution is smart paints that react to their environment, changing color with temperature or light. Remember that 107% ROI we mentioned at the start? This is how you achieve it. It's an upgrade to your building's performance. Combine the psychological impact of color with a clean environment, and you get a direct boost to employee morale and productivity. Now that you understand the stakes and the strategy, how do you protect this investment for the long term? The work isn't over when the paint dries. A proactive maintenance plan with regular inspections and touch-ups is key. Let's recap the formula. An obsessive focus on preparation, the right choice of modern materials, and detailed logistical planning. Master these, and painting transforms from a cost into a tool to increase property value and reduce long-term expenses. For your next project, don't just ask for a quote. Ask about their prep process, material knowledge, and business protection plan. Because the difference between a painter and a true professional is the difference between an expense and a high-return investment.